Well, Phil, when this journey began, I bet you 300 trotting wins was never on the radar.
No, it definitely wasn't, Greg. It seemed, like just to win a race when you first start out, it's an achievement, and to get as far as we have, it's just been, great stuff.
Right. First trotting star for you, actually started off pacing, role model, and I can remember Group 1 winning performance at Addington Raceway, and you've racked up a stack of those since, but yeah, that's where it all started, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, he was a great wee horse to have too. He taught me a lot about the game, and he taught me a lot about tender love and care, because he was a sort of horse that we made him part of the family when the kids were babies, and he turned out to be a very special wee horse.
ALLEGRO AGITATO, such high speed. Gee, she was talented.
Yeah, when you got that sort of artillery and you're going out on a maiden, it gives you a fair amount of confidence, Greg, and people say they start wondering what the secret is, and talented horses like that, driving them up through the grades, it's just armchair stuff, really.
SPRINGBANK Richard, let's talk about, before we get to him, JASMYN'S gift, because she was pretty special to the family, wasn't she?
Oh, absolutely she was. Group 1 for myself driving, and Group 1 for Nathan driving. I think it might have been his first Group 1 winning drive, and have a mare like that ourselves. It was a thrill to have her, and another wonderful staying horse, and she's just a pleasure to have too, and we're looking forward to see if a foal out of her can run half as good.
Yeah, SPRINGBANK Richard, of course, the dual winner. He won a Dominion as well. He's really tested your training ability at times, hasn't he?
Well, he has, with just little things here and there. In the early days it was pretty straightforward, Greg, like super ability, just outstanding ability, lovely trotter in the main, and just as he's got older, he's got a little bit harder to read, and I guess they start feeling things a little bit, and you've got to be just that sharp to be one step ahead of him. But when he's on song, he's a very good horse, and in the early days he was one you could follow with confidence.
Well, she had a Group 1 win with Leighton Hest as well. I mean, we could stand here and talk for half an hour about this, but we've got only an hour for the whole show, Phil, so someone will give me a backing if that happens.
Yeah, well, like one over Kenny wasn't a bad mare.
I hadn't got to her.
No, well, we had a lot of success with her in the early days, and she was a great horse. And
well, her greatest attribute was, again, high speed, but she was just totally talented all round, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think a lot of horses can get to the top of the straight, but it's the ones that can get from there to the winning post that's what sorts them out. Great staying horse, speed as well, but I think the stamina is what really sorts the boys from the girls. When you look back on a number of nice horses, the good ones can just carry on when the other ones lift their head and say, I've had enough. The tough get going. Yeah,
and she had a few issues as well. I remember the night at Addington Raceway, I was actually there when you slipped over on that concrete.
Yeah, that was a bit of a downer, but if you've had a number of nice horses, Greg, there'll always be days that, things just don't work for you, and that was just an incident, and we've been blessed with not too many of those sort of things happening, and we've had an awful lot of upside, so it's all been great.
Yeah, in recent times, Irish Whisper, amongst others, so it's been a real dynasty, and of course the boys carrying that on well and truly now.
Yeah, and you forgot Let's Get Serious.
I haven't got to him because he went to America, didn't he, and did a fantastic job over there, and of course came back here and raced.
Yeah, but we won 10 with him before he left.
Yeah, he won the 4-year-old championship at Addington, didn't he, brilliantly?
He did, and his last start he had in New Zealand for us, he won at open class level his first start. He was a very, very good horse, him, and he's won nearly $1 million now, so we have had some really nice horses, Greg.
Have I missed any others?
Yeah, you probably have. One under Kenny, she was pretty good as well. I think we won at least 10 with her, and she had sensational ability as well. There's quite a wee list of them when you start trying to remember them all, but yeah, we've just had a lot of really nice horses. Leighton Hest probably one of the more recent ones that's very good. Looking for the next one.
Yeah, look, it must make you and Bev pretty proud sitting at home. No doubt you got a few of those photos just hanging up, and yeah, she's been a great time, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's all happened pretty quick. I think our first winner was in 1993, which is 20 years or 19 years ago. So to do it in that span, we've been on a ride, and we've been thrilled to be on it.
Right, long may it continue, and thanks very much for catching me up there with a couple of horses I'd missed out.
Oh, that's no worry, Greg. Cheers, mate.